Henry Ford once said, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." Let's consider John, an everyday bloke stuck in a humdrum job with no room for growth. His mindset mirrors that of a slave, brimming with self-doubt, fear, and a firm belief that his circumstances are unchangeable. He's in a perpetual state of blame, pointing fingers at his situation for his discontent, never once holding himself accountable for his actions. It's a sorrowful sight, really. Like a hamster on a wheel, John is running a never-ending race, yet he's going nowhere. His potential is vast, but his vision is limited. He's a prisoner not behind bars, but within the confines of his own mind. This is the chain of a slave mindset, a chain that binds tighter with every passing moment of surrender to fear and self-doubt. John was entrapped in his own mind, shackled by a slave mindset. But little did he know, the key to his chains was within his reach. One day, a wise old man told John, "You are not a product of your circumstances, but a product of your decisions." Now, this got John thinking. He began to question the boundaries he'd set for himself, the self-doubts that had been whispering in his ear for far too long. He started to challenge the fears that had kept him on the sidelines, watching life pass him by. He realized that he had been selling himself short. John became aware of a potential within him that he had never tapped into. He was like a dormant volcano waiting to erupt, to spew out the brilliance that lay within. He started reading about successful people, about their mindsets, their resilience, their refusal to be ordinary. He discovered Nietzsche's master-slave morality. He learned that he had been a slave to his fears, his doubts, his insecurities, but was he destined to remain a slave? No, he was not. John began to realize that he held the key to his chains. He was ready to unlock the power within. John started to understand that the only thing standing between him and success was his mindset. Like an explorer charting a new course, he began to navigate the uncharted territory of his own psyche. He realized that he was the author of his life story, not a mere character subjected to the whims of an unkind plot. In this transformation, John took responsibility for his life. No longer was he a leaf tossed and turned by the winds of circumstance. He became the wind itself, shaping the course of his journey. He began making decisions that were in sync with his aspirations, not his fears. Every choice became a stepping stone toward his goals, not a stumbling block on the path of his dreams. Embracing challenges became John's new mantra. He saw them not as daunting obstacles, but as opportunities for growth. Each hurdle was a chance to flex his muscles, to test his mettle, to grow stronger. He began to view these challenges as the universe's way of training him for greater battles, and ultimately for greater victories. John started viewing himself as the master of his life. He was no longer a puppet on strings, dancing to the tune of his circumstances. He became the puppet master, controlling the strings of his destiny. His actions became a reflection of his powerful mindset, his every move an echo of his newfound strength. It was a transformation that did not happen overnight. It took time, patience, and a lot of introspection, but it was a journey worth undertaking, for it led John to a place of power, a place of control, a place of self-mastery. John's life began to change dramatically. He was no longer a slave, but a master of his destiny. As John embraced his powerful mindset, he saw the world in a new light. No longer a pawn in someone else's game, he had become the chess master of his own life. The grey clouds of monotony that once loomed over his existence had parted, revealing a world bursting with vibrant hues of potential and promise. John's new job was no longer just a means to an end, it was his playground, a place where he could flex his mental muscles and put his powerful mindset to work. He embraced challenges, saw opportunities where others saw obstacles, and found fulfillment in his accomplishments. But let's not sugarcoat it, the journey was not a walk in the park, it was a grueling climb up a steep mountain. However, the view from the top, the sense of achievement and the thrill of conquering his own limitations made every sweat-drenched step worth it. Every day he was learning, evolving, and growing. His life was no longer a monotonous cycle of mundane tasks. It was an exciting adventure, a continuous journey of self-improvement and self-discovery. And the best part, the happiness, the fulfillment, the sense of purpose, it wasn't a fleeting feeling. It was a constant undercurrent in his life, a steady hum that fueled his days and nights. John's transformation was not a result of some grand external change. It was the result of a shift in his mindset, the decision to break free from the chains of a slave mentality and embrace the power of a powerful mindset. John's story is a testament to the power of a mindset. Remember, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. The choice as always is yours.